we'll just start. Okay, good morning, welcome.
Thank you.
To Sunrise Serenity. And today we're going to be true to the name. We've been, I want to say dwelling in the dark for many of these, but maybe it's a reflection of where I've been. But I think it's time to go to a different place. So most of the morning prayers in the Jewish tradition were focused on the actual astrological occurrence of the moment. So the Shacharit, the liturgy, is really about the rising sun, and Ma'ariv, the evening prayer, is about the darkness enveloping habitation. The key line in Shacharit that reflects this is instructive for a sort of technique of our meditation practice. And that's Hamechadesh b'tuvo b'chol yom tamid ma'aseh bereshit. That here God renews, Hamechadesh, makes new, b'tuvo, in his goodness, b'chol yom, every day, tamid, constantly, ma'aseh bereshit, creation. So there's a sense in which, each moment is a constant renewal. You know, we often think of creation as this thing that happened, like the universe was created, the Big Bang happened. We think about them as past events in the preterite, but the instruction here is that it's ongoing. Each moment is a new moment. And it's an instruction to pay attention to a particular moment if we want to tap into the tuvo, the goodness, as opposed to where might we be if we're not living now? You know, it's trite to say, kind of, but it's true. So we might be living in regret about things we've done, or worry about how we'll deal with something that either is happening or we're afraid is going to happen. And so anytime that's happening, and those can be useful. I'm a chronic worrier, can be helpful to plan, but those take us out of a particular moment. So the meditation is helping us do a sort of tap into the ongoing goodness of creation. That's one frame of it. It's not just a way to reduce stress. It's a way to be present and awake and alive to what's now. And what Shacharit is telling us is what's now is actually is where the goodness is. It's where it's like peeling a fruit open, or maybe there's a better metaphor. Last time we started a blessing practice. And if we want to be awake to the blessing of now, so one of the things that happens in the morning prayers in Israel is the Birkat Kohanim, the blessing of the priests, which we read about not long ago in the Torah. So I wanted to share the second meditation practice from that today as a way of helping us all feel a little more. And why? Isn't it self-indulgent to spend your morning feeling loved? No, it isn't. It's okay. Because it's not just okay, it's required. If, and I'm speaking to myself as much as anyone, when we run around afraid or unloved, right, or all of these things which we often feel, it manifests in insecurity and is a cause of our own violent action. Again, I'm speaking to myself. So the more we can cultivate a sense of our being loved doesn't depend on how other people treat us, doesn't depend on, we can develop a legitimate, authentic esteem, self-esteem. We're able to act the way we want to act. So today's meditation is very simple. We're going to give 2 words to chew on the in-breath and the out-breath. And again, it's an incredible meditation from Rabbi Jordan Ben Dada Pell, who adapted the Birkat Kohanim. Last time we did the first blessing. The second blessing of the Birkat Kohanim is Ye'era Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka. God should shine his face upon you and be gracious to you. Shine his face and be gracious. So on the in-breath, we're going to say, here's the key point, may I be luminous, or may I feel luminous. And on the out-breath, may I feel loved. It has the L quality, luminous and loved. Or maybe you shorten it from may I feel luminous to luminous, loved. So on the in-breath, as you take in the air and you're getting full of this buoyant stuff, luminous. Say in your mind, luminous. And you feel light. Notice the quality of feeling light. You don't have to change how you feel, but just notice the quality of being full of air with the word luminous, a light. See if you can almost imagine yourself gently sparkling. And then on the out-breath, as there's relaxation that sets in and you let go of what you've taken in, loved. You feel loved, and now you're able to act in a way that you feel loved. Loved is, because the out-breath is the exhalation, which can represent our action in the world. And so if we act like we're loved, how does that change how we are? So luminous and loved. May I feel luminous and loved. Any question about the instruction?
No.
Okay. And hopefully we'll see what our experience is on this trip down blessing lane. So find a seat. Notice the feet on the floor. We close the eyes, having an awareness of any ambient sound, pleasant sounds around, unpleasant sounds, what's going on around, buzz, gentle, anything obvious, less obvious. Settling into the weight of the body. And locating the breath. Rising and falling in the body. Noticing, is it calm today? Is it erratic? Do you feel like you have to do it? Did it almost stop? And as the breath begins to slow a bit and you find your balance with it, you kind of hop onto the breath train. On the in-breath, may I feel luminous or luminous. On the out-breath, may I feel loved or loved. Focusing not on the phrase, but on how the breath captures these qualities. Luminous, of being light, like a lightened, but also maybe light in weight too. Luminous, quality of light to you, shining. Shine on the in-breath, may I feel loved. And anytime you shift to a thought, am I really loved? I have to sneeze. It's cold in here. Whatever it is, anytime you're there, just notice where you are and then return to the breath, luminous, loved. as many times as you need to return. And opening your eyes whenever you're ready, taking with you that background, at least, of luminous loves that accompany the breath, maybe merged with the breath a little bit. And for many of us, these are things we need to remind ourselves that just by being here, in this case, God has endowed us with spiritual shininess, luminosity, and the fact that we're created is an act of deep love, whatever happens in the day. And that when we're feeling otherwise, which happens plenty, we can try and tap into this innate sense of blessing that's deeper than what occurs, so that we might live differently. And are there any questions or comments that you would like to share about today's practice?
No.
Okay, then. Well, on that note, I thank you so much for being here. I'm very grateful to practice with you, and I hope that you have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you very much.